back home, sweaty palms and shaky knees. Thousands of grade 12 pupils are sitting down for their first matric exam paper. It's been a tough year for the class of 2020, which was disrupted by the COVID-19 pandemic. Our reporters are visiting different schools and checking out the situation for us ahead of these exams. We have Tshegohaco Moagi in Johannesburg. She will have a chat with Basic Education Minister Angie. Monique Mortlock is in Cape Town and Lethiwe Mdluli is in Durban. A very good morning to you, Tshegohaco. I'm going to begin with you. It has been a year like no other for our matriculants. How are things looking in Joburg in terms of preparedness?
Well, good morning, Nandi. So, yes, we are at a school here in Soweto where the minister will just be monitoring how things will be going here today. And to just give us details how she's actually feeling. I mean, it has been a very different kind of year for this class of 2020. To give us details how she's feeling and what she's really looking forward to for this particular year, I am joined by the Minister of Basic Education, Ma'am Angie. Thank you so much for your time, Mama. So just tell us, let's start off with how are you feeling? I mean, you walk into the school, the learners are also coming to school, and it must be nerve-wracking, not just for them, but for you too.
And also, this is my high school. I was here until grade 10.
Oh, lovely.
So it really has good memories. And I feel you're quite right, emotional in terms of the difficulties that our teachers and learners had to go through for us to save the year. But just seeing that we were almost there, and I do hope that it's young people or these learners have had all the support that they needed. So it's quite, not exciting, but emotional just to see how far we've gone. It was not an easy year.
Now, we do know that, of course, there was the support that was given to matriculants during this year. Would you say that everything was given to them accurately and given to them, to all the learners from each and every province in the country?
I think so. You know, the DG has been visiting provinces. He says in his entire career, he's never seen learners so motivated, teachers so dedicated, and we could be surprised that I think the stress, the tension could have got the adrenaline out of everybody, and they could just outdo themselves. So I'm really hopeful that the support was adequate, but I'm told the motivation was amazing.
And if you could motivate learners today, this morning, what would you say to them? It is their first paper, and they've got a few more weeks to go before they conclude on the 15th of December.
It's to say they're starting today, and until we finish the race, we are not done. So they have to continue with the same motivation, same spirit until they're finished. For now, they must put everything aside, focus on their books to start off a new life. And it's one thing they will really celebrate if they get it right. So it's to really appeal to them, appeal to the families, to give them the chance to study and prepare until the last paper. So there should be no break, there should be nothing in between that disrupts them.
And just quickly, we understand that initially the department had said that if learners contract COVID-19, they'll have to wait until next year to write their paper. And I understand that things have now changed. Can you just explain to us what the difference now is and what is going to happen going forward? Yeah,
initially, because in terms of health protocols, as soon as you identify a person with COVID, then health takes over. And that's why we had said, as soon if we identify that there's a child who's COVID-19 for health safety, then we can't touch that. Health will have to take over. But with the outcry and the support that health has offered us to say, if you detect or identify a child with health, we will still take over, give us a paper, we'll monitor, we will put in place all the necessary protocols. Because we're very worried about other learners. We're also very worried about our teachers who will have to interact with children who have been detected with COVID-19 or who have tested positive. But health has come to our rescue to say they will take over.
All right, so this is really great news then for these learners.
No, it is, even for us, because it was quite painful because we no longer have supplementary exams. It meant that they were going to write in June. So it's a whole year wasted. So I'm very grateful to the health department to say, indeed, when a person tests positive for COVID, it's our responsibility. So we'll work with you, we'll bring our health workers, they will implement all the necessary protocols, just have an isolation room for us, give us the papers, tell us what needs to happen, but we will take over.
All right, thank you so much, Mayor Angie Motshekga. She's, of course, the Basic Education Minister, just giving us details about what's going to happen today, and, of course, that important announcement about the protocols that will now take place should a learner actually contract COVID-19 during this period.
Thank you very much, Tshegohaco. Let's head over now to Cape Town, where Monique Mortlock is tracking the situation. Monique, at some point, Cape Town was the epicenter. Are the matriculants feeling positive ahead of the opening exam?
Well, let's find out from one. I'm standing in the home of Candice Bambi here in Kraaifontein. She is in a rush to go out, but I must say she's one of the calmest matric pupils I've ever encountered. Candice, are you calm? How are you feeling ahead of the first paper?
Well, I'm not going to lie. Initially, I was very, very stressed, and I was not as calm as I am now. But it's all about the support system, because even my educator, Mr. Magerman, messaged me and told me that I've got this. And so basically, it's all about the support system, and that's going to calm the matric pupils down. If they don't have that support, then they are going to stress.
For wonderful words. I'm going to let you get ready. We are going to be going with Candice as she heads to school, to Bernardino Heights High School. She has her mask ready. As you can see, there's a big bottle of hand sanitizer on the table as well. She has her papers ready. Yesterday, I'm going to just be chatting to you, Candice, as we go into your mom's car. Yesterday, the Basic Education Department issued a statement with amendments to those screening protocols, basically saying that if pupils are found to have a temperature higher than 38 degrees or they are found to have COVID, they'll still be able to write, although in an isolated room. How does that make you feel? Do you feel that there's now a bit of less pressure on you guys?
It does put me at ease, because now that I know that even if I have a temperature, because normally when you have a high temperature, when you have a fever, it's not that you have COVID. Maybe you just have a flu or something. But now if I have the fever, I can still go right, and I don't have to wait till next year and take let's say a gap year, and if to put out another year. So it puts me at ease to know that even if I feel sick, I can still go right.
Thank you so much. We're going to be heading into the car now with Candice, because she's in a rush to get there.
Thank you very much, Monique, and all the best to Candice. Let's head over now to Lethiwe Mdluli. She is in Durban. Lethiwe, how are things looking in terms of preparedness, and how are the matriculants feeling?
Yes, so this morning I am in Umlazi Township W section, where I'll be speaking to a matriculant who is getting ready to write her first exam this morning. So the KwaZulu-Natal Basic Education Department has said that they are ready for these exams. We know that KZN is a leading province with the highest number of learners who are expected to sit for their exams, with over 129,000 students expected to sit for their first exam. So this morning I'm joined by Nosizwe Makanya, who's going to share how she's feeling ahead of her first exam. Nosizwe, tell me, how are you feeling for your first exam?
I am very happy and excited, but anxious at the same time. I've been studying a lot, so I think I'm ready.
So have you studied overnight and just getting ready for your first exam?
Yes, I have. Yesterday I slept late and woke up very early to prepare for my exam. My mom was there for me. She woke me up and she stayed with me.
And I know that you've been told to wear your mask and sanitize before you enter your exam room. Have the teachers spoken to you about this?
Yes, they said they're going to still elaborate this morning about it.
So you have told me that you and your friends have been studying for this whole time, just getting ready for your exams. Tell me more about this.
Yes, we have been studying for this exam because this year was a very difficult year, so we had to push because our parents are expecting a lot from us, so we are ready.
And when it hit March, we know that you had to be taken out of school for a bit, and then you had to go back. What was that process like for you?
It was difficult because I felt like I was losing hope on a lot of things. Not seeing a teacher was very difficult. Not being able to go back to someone asking for help if you don't understand that subject was very hard. And learning from internet, sometimes the internet doesn't work properly, the network problems, data problems, yes.
So right now you feel like you are ready?
Yes, I feel ready. I feel ready, but anxious at the same time.
Those were our reporters, Tshegohaco Moagi in Johannesburg, Monique Mortlock in Cape Town, and Lethiwe Mdluli is out in Durban as the class of 2020 prepare for their first exams. Those are the Matric finals.